And welcome back to another episode of Unapologetically Shaun, where I talk about everything self-care, mental health, and a splash of pop culture. You can always listen to us on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Breaker, Spotify, Anchor, and also I upload an episode every week on YouTube on my channel, Life with Shaun. So today's episode is going to be about stop being so hard on yourself. Now, let me tell you, this episode is definitely going to resonate with me because I am my number one critic. And I'm very, very hard on myself. Like most of us are. You know, I'm a perfectionist. And sometimes being a perfectionist can be a blessing and a curse, you know. Because you always want things to be right, you know. You want things to be perfect. And in all reality, everything is not going to be perfect. So being a perfectionist is kind of like setting yourself up to be disappointed every time. So this is what we're going to talk about. Sometimes certain stuff is out of our control, you know. And being so hard on ourselves when we don't accomplish stuff in like a certain time frame, or we don't accomplish the things that we believe that's meant for us, when in all actuality it might not even be in the cards for us. You know, this might be somebody else's blessing. We thinking this is ours. So my advice to you today is to try to be a little nicer to yourself. Don't be so hard on yourself. Don't beat yourself up when things don't work out the way you believe it's supposed to work out. And another thing, I'm going to tie this in because I thought about doing this as a separate video, but I don't really think I need to. We can just talk about it here. But we all need to stop living on this imaginary timeline that we have to have things completed by a certain age or a certain time frame. Like, time is an illusion. Really, age is an illusion too. It's what we're programmed to believe that exists, but in all actuality, it really doesn't exist. So what's meant for somebody that happened for them at 25, it might happen for you at 45. You know, you can't put yourself and compare yourself to other people's journey, because what's meant for you is meant for you. So I'm gonna give you an example. Look at Aaliyah, the singer. Look at how much she accomplished in her 22 years of life. Many people will never accomplish that much in that short amount of time in their whole life, but she accomplished so much in her young life. So what's meant for her, that was the journey, that was the path she was supposed to go on. Just like who else I can think of? Oh, Colonel Sanders, KFC chicken person. Do you know that Colonel Sanders was in his 60s when he came up with KFC? In his 60s. He had a hard life way before he created this, but he was in his 60s when this happened. Now you might think, oh, I need to be successful by this age, or by 30, or by 25. I need to have this. I need to have a husband and kids. Look, Janet Jackson had her first child at 50. Yeah, she probably took her time. She wanted to get the right man and all that, wanted to get married. But she was 50 when she had her first child. Again, you know the little boy, Ryan, off the YouTube, and he got all this stuff. He's like 9 years old and he's a millionaire. So if you compared your life to this child, then you would have expected you to be a millionaire at 9 years old. But that was his path. That's what God intended for his life. So you see where I'm going. Like, stop comparing your life to other people. If it's meant for you to have it at that time, it's going to happen. Don't think that, I don't have a big house by the time I'm 20. I don't have a big house by the time I'm 35. Some people never have a house at all. So you got to think about, like, when it's supposed to happen, it's going to happen when it's supposed to happen. Your journey is going to happen. So just be nice on yourself. If it don't happen when you want it to happen, maybe you need to sit and reflect and think about, maybe I'm not ready for it at this moment. God is not going to give you anything that you can't handle. So if something's not happening for you in your life at the very moment, it means you can't handle it at that very moment. But it's coming when you're ready. So evaluate and see what you need to change in your life so that whatever you're manifesting can align with you. It's already happened in another time frame for you. You just have to catch up. I always have to remind myself, like, whatever that I want, that that I want to manifest, I have to think, like, I already have it. It's already there. I just have to catch up to it. I have to catch up to my future self because I'm already living it. So I just have to remind myself, like, hey, I'm doing a good job. Everything I'm doing, I'm on the right path where I'm supposed to be. So if you continue to remind yourself, like, hey, I'm on the right path. I'm doing an amazing job. And God got me, and I'm going to follow in the steps that God intended for me to go. Then you don't have to be so hard on yourself. Even if you fail at certain things, just know that, hey, I'm just going to get up and I'm going to try again because, hey, this was just a slight setback. But I'm going to get up and I'm going to dust my shoulders off and I'm going to try again until I succeed. And this message is really a reminder to myself too, because I told you before, I'm my biggest critic. And I have to keep reminding myself, hey, you are doing a good job. You're on the right path. It's just going to take a little bit longer until you reap all the harvest that how do I want to say that? Until you reap everything that you sowed. So I'm sowing good seeds, and one day I will be able to harvest them, just like you. So keep speaking positivity over your life. Again, do not speak negative words over your life. Then your life is going to be what you intended and what you envision it to be. So be a little nicer and kinder to yourself because you are on the right track. I hope this message resonates with you all. And also, what I want to talk about, just know that life is short and we are here for a moment, a blink of a moment. But remember that you have a purpose that you are here to fulfill. So kind of give yourself some time to reflect and think about, what is that purpose? What is my dash? Like our previous episode I believe 9, what are you doing with your dash? Go and listen to that if you have not listened to it, and then you'll understand what I really mean with the dash. But you have to think about, are you on the right track? Are you fulfilling your purpose in this life? Are you living the life that you that you envision you wanted to live? Or are you even living at all? Or are you just existing? You're just going with the flow until something happens. Remember, faith without works is dead. So if you don't put no work in, don't expect stuff to just be handed to you. That's something everybody needs to remind themselves. If you don't put that work in, it's not coming. You can manifest all you want to, but if you don't do anything to bring that energy towards you, then don't expect it to ever manifest itself in your life. All right, we're going to wrap this up. I want to thank you all for listening to Unapologetically Shaun every week. Of course, we're going to always have an episode for our new series, Black Girl Healing Session. And Black Girl Healing Session really is to help us Black women, see different things that we need to heal in our lives. And it really is like very therapeutic to talk about because it's healing me too. Being a Black woman, it's a lot of things that I need to heal from. And if I can help other women heal as I am healing, it will be great. So it's like a win-win. All right. This was great. I'm glad you all listened. I hope you all have a great week. And I will be back with another episode on Unapologetically Shaun's podcast. Remember, you can listen to us again on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Breaker, Radio Public, Anchor, of course, Pocket Cast, and you always can go listen to every episode on YouTube on my channel, Life with Shaun. Please like and subscribe to any of my videos. And I'm trying to get to 100 subscribers, hopefully by the end of the year. I put that in that I'll manifest that. I'm just trying to grow my YouTube channel because I've had it for a long time, but never really done nothing with it. And if I can motivate other people to be better and be positive and live a positive life, then hey, I'll use YouTube to get that message out. All right, you all have a great week and a blessed day. All right, bye.